friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time, and I'm here today to talk about the benefits and uses of lamb's quarters. Now you're probably wondering, what is lamb's quarters? Well, it is actually a common weed that grows in most places all over the place. I don't know that it grows everywhere, but a lot of people can find this growing wild in their area. And it is in the amaranth / quinoa family, but I find it grows much easier for us than even amaranth. Though amaranth typically would grow really good for us the last few years, I have not been able to get the same amaranth that I've been growing for many years to grow. But my lamb's quarters always comes back. In fact, it showed up in my garden one day just out of the blue, and I just let it seed itself, and I keep growing it and using it. So a lot of people, as you'll see by the pictures, you might recognize the look of this plant. A lot of people might see this and just think it is a common weed, but lamb's quarters is incredibly nutritious. I tend to like the flavor of it better than spinach, but it's often compared to spinach as far as the flavor goes. And my three favorite ways to use it are either in sautés, so I'll pick it fresh and saute it up, or stir fries, to dehydrate it and put it in my mixed greens blend. That gets added to pretty much any meal that I make all through the year, and to add fresh to salads. So that's my favorite way to use the greens part of it. The seeds I typically will pull off and save them, because they're some of the seeds that I do sell. And if you're interested in seeing a list of the seeds I sell, just send me an email to raincountryhomestead@gmail.com and I will send you that list. But the seeds themselves are edible. I've actually pulled off the buds with the seeds in them and eaten them. It's not my favorite flavor, I would say, at least eating that way. I haven't tried doing anything else with the seeds, but yes, you can use the seeds. You can add them to breads and so much more. They're just little teeny tiny black things. Now, some other ways to identify the plant besides the pictures I'm showing you is that lamb's quarter is one of those unique things that on the bottom side of the leaf, if you touch the leaves, you'll feel a real powdery substance on the bottom. That is common, it is normal, and it is edible. It's basically a protective layer that the lamb's quarters gets on the leaves that helps hold in moisture. And the nutrients you'll find in the plant are protein, calcium, pretty much all your B vitamins. So I'd say B complex, A, C, and copper. So very nutritious, especially if everyone is really needing those B vitamins. Lamb's quarters is a great option to go with. The edible parts, I already mentioned the leaves and the seeds, but the roots are also edible. You could eat the stems, but they're pretty woody and tough, and so that might even be something you could dehydrate up, like echinacea stems or anything else that you might not want to use in anything else. You could still dehydrate them up, break them up, and use them in teas, tinctures, and more. Now, because of all the great nutrients you can find in lamb's quarters, there's a lot of great benefits. So I'll be listing some of those off right now. And those would be things like helping with your blood circulation. They're very good for your eye health. That would be mostly that A vitamin that you're going to find in there. It's high in antioxidants, which does also help reduce your cancer risk. It's great for skin health, respiratory health, weight management, digestive health. It's good for helping to balance your blood sugar levels. It is detoxifying. It's good for urinary tract health and can help prevent urinary tract infections. It is anti-inflammatory, and it can be used topically as a poultice for bug bites, burns, stings, and more. And then I already mentioned some of the uses, but pretty much anything you would add vegetables to. So that would include soups and stews. And then the seeds, like I already mentioned, you can add them to breads, pancakes. They're really tiny, so you could add them as is, but you could also throw them, if you're already grinding your own flours, that's something you could throw into your grains blend and then grind them up into a flour. And you can eat those seeds either raw or cooked. Again, lamb's quarters should be pretty easy to grow. So even if you do not already have it coming up somewhere around your property, if you wanted to set aside a specific place for it to let it grow, it should do great in most places. Again, a lot of people consider it a weed like dandelion or other things that people can find almost everywhere. pineapple weed and others, and most of these things that they're labeling as weeds are incredibly healthy and have a lot of benefits to them. In fact, I do have videos on pineapple weed and plantain and dandelion, all parts. And I'll link, by the way, to my full playlist on the benefits and uses of various different herbs. So, and I cover culinary herbs, because all your culinary herbs also have medicinal benefits as well. So I'll link that full playlist, and that way you can just kind of scroll through that list and see what all videos I have in there and learn more about these. And I'm always adding to this list. And anyway, lamb's quarters, love it. So even though my amaranth has not grown well for the past 3 years in a row, I know I can depend on my lamb's quarters, and it might not be as beautiful as my Love Lies Bleeding amaranth. It's still a great plant, and I'm glad that I have that, and it's just loaded with a lot of great nutrients. All right, any thoughts, ideas? How do you use lamb's quarters? What's your favorite way to cook it up? Do you make any medicinal teas or tinctures or anything like that out of your lamb's quarters? And what parts of the plants do you like to use best? Go ahead and share with us in comments down below so people can learn from you as well. And thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.